Hey y'all, so I'm pretty excited right now. I've got all my books together here so I can do my first ever book haul. Yay! This is a book haul from November. I didn't do it then, so I'm doing it now. Yay! Okay, so I don't really know what else to say except I finally got my Kindle. So long story short, my boyfriend ordered me a Kindle for Christmas, and it took forever to get here. He ordered it way back in November, and it didn't get here until like last week. So, in last week, this is what, January 12th now? So, yeah, it took a long time to get here. We had so much trouble getting it here, but I finally got it, and I'm excited, and I got this really cute case for it that came way before the Kindle did, mind you. It came like a week after I ordered it. But anyways, and so yay, I'm excited. Um, yeah, I'll probably make a video later on or some other time about how I feel about Kindle versus regular books or physical copies of books, because I absolutely adore physical copies, and it was a long hard thing for me to feel like I wanted to get a Kindle, excuse me. I had the Kindle app on my phone for a while, and it was very convenient, so he decided to get me an actual Kindle, and yeah, that's a story for another time. Anyway, so book haul. Okay, so we'll just start with this book here. It's The Host by Stephanie Meyer. I read this way back whenever it came out, and I absolutely adored this book. However, I read my sister's copy. My sister had owned the book, and I read her copy, and my dog kind of pooped on it and destroyed it, and she was a puppy, so that one got messed up. But I bought my sister a new copy of it, and then I never had one. So recently I purchased it. My friend was telling me that she was rereading it, and it got me really interested, and I was like, you know what, why don't I just get it? I love the book. Although I didn't realize I purchased the paperback. I thought I purchased the hard copy, and so oops, but whatever. I have the book. I can purchase a hard copy later on. It doesn't really matter. Although it's really skinny. Like, that's so weird. I didn't expect it to be so skinny. But anyways, I love the book, Stephanie Meyer. So The Host is about basically aliens taking over the human race, taking over their bodies. It's kind of like oh, I can't think of the name of the movie. But anyways, it's about this. The main character is an alien named Wanderer. She goes by Wanda. And Melanie Strider, she's trying to keep herself from vanishing into the abyss, basically, when the alien takes over her body, and their struggles and their relationship and how it grows and fluctuates, and how things go on with Wanda and blah, 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 blah. It's a fantastic book. I absolutely love it. I love Stephanie Meyer. I love the Twilight series. You know what? She had another book that came out, The Chemist. I downloaded that on my Kindle app as well, and that one was really good. I have not finished it. I read like 75% of it, and I was absolutely loving it, and I just didn't finish it. I don't know why, but I loved it, what I read of it. Anyway, so moving on. Another book that I purchased was Mirror Mirror by Cara Delevingne. Now, I purchased this book kind of like on a whim. I was watching the Graham Norton show, and Cara was on there talking about her book, and the way she spoke about it, she was very passionate about it, and she spoke about the premise of the story and whatnot, and it made me really interested. So apparently there's some sort of murder mystery or something going on in here, or some sort of mystery. I think she said it was murder mystery or some sort of mystery. I don't know. Basically, there is a friend that they have that's like in a coma or something. They made a band called Mirror Mirror. It's a bunch of like misfit teens, sort of. They made a band, and they found themselves with this band, yada yada yada, and there's some sort of mystery involved. I don't really know. I've only read the first couple of, I guess more than just the first couple of pages, but like the first 2 chapters, I think. Yeah, I've only read like the first 2 chapters, and honestly, the way it's written, personally, is not comfortable for me. I don't know. I mean, I feel it seems like it was written with her voice, which I like. I appreciate that. It's just not the way, or not a way in which I don't know. It just kind of made me feel weird. Like, why am I saying things like this? Like, I don't know. I when I read a book, I am very in, like, take the place of whoever's speaking, you know, the main character of the story or whoever's narrating the story and whatnot. And so it felt a little awkward for me. Although I was really interested, and I'm interested to read more, but I have other things that I'm reading right now. So, yeah. Mirror, mirror. Also, I really love the cover and the feel of it. It's like you remember those like rubber bracelets that, you know, were so popular like years ago. Like they had like, you know, those little yellow rubbery bracelets. Like they were like Armstrong. You could put anything on them. They were everywhere. It feels like that. And it feels really nice. Really, really nice. I really enjoy it. Okay, so the next one that I got was Batman the Killing Joke. I really love comics, and well, Batman the Killing Joke was a fantastic. I watched the movie, and it's, you know, very dark and very interesting. And I was reading this, and it's fantastic, and I love it. And it's dark, and it's very Batman-y, and it's very raw, and I absolutely adore it. If you don't like comics, or if you do like comics, I hope you've read this, and it's fantastic. If you don't read comics, I mean, if you like Batman at all, I would recommend reading this and also watching the movie. Okay, I'm going to stick that over there. So the next book I got was a recommendation from a friend of mine. She really, really loved this book, and this book is what turned her on to this author. Did I even say the other words? Yeah, I did. Okay. So this book is called The Lie Tree by Frances Hardinge. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm so sorry, but I have no idea what this book is about. I have no idea the premise. I know nothing about this book. I just got it because she recommended it, and I mean, I was like, why not? I was already much as books, and yeah. So I know I like. Something about it was like her father had this tree or something like that, and it grew when people told lies, and then at some point you could like take a tree off and it would reveal a great truth to you. I believe there's something like that about that in there. I'll just read the back. The leaves were cold and slightly clammy. There was no mistaking them. She had seen their likeness painstakingly sketched in her father's journal. This was his greatest secret, his treasure, and his undoing. The tree of lies. Now it was hers, and the journey he had never finished stretched out before her. When Faith's father is found dead under mysterious circumstances, she is determined to untangle the truth from the lies. Searching through his belongings for clues, she discovers a strange tree, a tree that feeds off whispered lies and bears fruit that reveals hidden secrets. Fruit. Here we go. But as Faith's untruths spiral out of control, she discovers that where lies seduce, truths shatter. Very interesting. So, yeah, I mean, I'm very interested to read this book. I read, like, the first page, and it was talking about, like, something felt like the boat moved with a nauseous, relentless rhythm, like someone chewing on a rotten tooth. And I was like, oh, that was a very nasty image that I did not want to, I did not want to that in my head. So I was like, okay, I'll put this down for a while. I don't know when I'll read this book. I'll probably read it, like, around Halloween Town. No, sorry, that's a fantastic movie. But Halloween time, I'll probably end up reading this. Although, if I run out of books before then and I don't have any ordered, I'll probably pick it up. But I've got plenty of books to keep me satiated, so we're good. The next book is The Magic Misfits by Neil Patrick Harris. I got this book because Neil Patrick Harris, he's awesome, and I saw that his book was coming out, so I pre-ordered it, and I was like, I need this in my life. Yeah, but it's apparently about a child, this main child here, who is a magician, and that's about all I know. I've read some of it, just the beginning, I don't know, whenever I get a book, I always read the little bit of the beginning just to get a feel for what it's going to be like. But anyway, so I read just a little bit here, and, oh, sorry, you can't even see it, and, it's written a lot like, if you like Lemony Snicket's Series of Unfortunate Events, I think you'd like this, at least so far from what I've read. I've read, I don't know, not super far. You can see where the bookmark is here. I was reading to my boyfriend while he was falling asleep, so I didn't read super a lot, but what I read of it, it's really interesting. And what I really love about it is like they've got all these illustrations in the book here, and I passed by all of them. I'm like, oh, and it's dedicated to his kids, Gideon and Harper, who misfit together perfectly. That's adorable. I love that. Okay, but hold on, let me find one of the illustrations. Like these illustrations in here, I love it, and they're like all throughout the book. It's fantastic. Let me see. There's something else here. Oh, this wonderful map is in the beginning there. But also, there was, when you're starting the story, there's something for you to do here. Salutations. How to read this book, it says. How to read this book. And then at the end, there's a little puzzle for you to unravel here. You read through the things, and you can figure out how to solve the puzzle. And I thought that was really cool. So it's really interesting. I'm sure it'll be an excitingly fun read, a very short read, because the page or the letters, the wording are very huge. Apparently, this is large print. I don't know. I just pre-ordered something. I don't know if they're small print or whatever. But anyways, that's what I've got there. So also in November. Was this November? I don't know, but it's in my November pile, so I'm assuming it's from November. I got The Reader by Tracy Chee. Now, this book, this is a really good book. So far. I keep saying that when I'm not, like, finished with the books. So this book is about the main character named Safiya. She in this world, in this day and age, reading is not a thing. Nobody knows how to read. Nobody knows what books are. So she has this book that her father had before he died. Her mom died a long time ago, and then her dad died, and now she was with her aunt. And then her aunt got kidnapped looking for the book. Someone was looking for the book, and her aunt didn't have it, but Safiya did have it. Yada, yada, yada. Anyhow, what I read of this book was really fantastic. The main character reminded me a lot. It just made me think a lot of Cinder. From the Lunar Chronicles. The characters parallel so wonderfully. Honestly, I want to see those two together so badly. I want them to run a mission together so bad. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I paused reading this book because I got to a part that I was not particularly enjoying. I don't really like pirate stories. I'm not a huge like on the water kind of person, and pirates, swashbuckling, yeah. It did warn you within the synopsis of the story. It did say it was a swashbuckling tale. However, this portion here was just all pirates. Like the main character wasn't in it. Safiya wasn't in it. It was about these two pirates and they're what they were doing. They're converged, talking to each other and whatnot. And I read through it, and it was a lot longer than I wanted it to be. And I just did not want to read more, and I saw another section coming up where it could be a lot of the same thing, and I was just like, no thanks. So I paused for a while. I do want to finish it though, because the parts with Safiya in it, I really, really love. They're really well written, and they're really interesting. It's a nice adventure. So I'm excited to finish it. I'm not excited for the pirate portions, but that's okay. We'll get through it. Okay, I just don't want this stack to fall. The next book in my November book haul I did not purchase, was purchased for me. I made a video about it. It turns out my sister bought this book for me, and it is called Ready Player One. There is a movie coming out this year about this book. Also, in my hometown, there is a arcade coming out with this the same name. So, I mean, obviously. But I don't know. I don't know if it's anything related. I mean, words. I don't think it's related to this in any way, but still pretty cool. Anyhow, so Ready Player One is, so far what I can tell, is about this world set in a dystopian-like future. And basically this man who runs the world pretty much, he created this virtual game that everyone pretty much lives their lives in, and he passes away. And when he dies, he releases a video that is setting up a competition for the rest of the world, so whoever will inherit his fortune and all his stuff. And the main character here loves these games that he's made, and he loves the world and everything, and so he wants to go through, and he wants to find all the Easter eggs and win the competition. Now the competition, excuse me, Has a lot of 80s references, which is fantastic. A lot of 80s movies, 80s music, 80s games, and all that kind of stuff. A lot of video game references, and I'm a big gamer, so I was pretty excited about that. I'm excited to read this. I want to read it before the movie comes out. I don't know when the movie comes out, because I do want to see the movie, simply because, I don't know, 80s. I enjoy the 80s. Well, I wasn't alive in the 80s, but I enjoy a lot of the 80s media and stuff that I have experienced, so there you go. Oh, I'm sorry, that is by Ernest Cline. Okay. And now I did mention The Lunar Chronicles, okay, and Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I loved it. I was going to say one of my favorite series. I don't know if I want to go that far. I have to feel it some more. I probably would put it at least in my top 5. I really, really enjoyed that series. I want more and more and more from them, from Cinder and everybody in there. Sorry, I don't want to give away any spoilers. But anyway, so she came out with the book, The Renegades. And I have no idea really what it's about. I know there's robots. I know that they're called Renegades, or someone's called Renegades, or like there's a gang or something called Renegades. I don't know anything about this book. I simply got it because it's by Marissa Meyer. I know, shame on me. The only things I've ever read from her are the Lunar Chronicles. I don't even know if she has anything else, but I was like, you know what, I need more Marissa Meyer in my life, and I have faith in her, so I purchased this book. I can certainly read the thingy here. The Renegades are a syndicate of prodigies, humans with extraordinary abilities, okay, who emerged from the ruins of a criminal society and established peace and order where chaos reigned. As champions of justice, they remain a symbol of hope and courage to everyone except the villains they once overthrew. Nova has a reason to hate the Renegades, and she is on a mission for vengeance. As she gets closer to her target, she meets Adrian, a renegade boy who believes in justice and in Nova. But Nova's allegiance is to a villain who has the power to end them both. Ooh, so this is a pretty big book. I'm really excited to read it. It feels really nice in my hands, and it smells like it's got that nice, beautiful new book smell. I read like the first page, and I stopped myself because I was like, nope, I've got other things that I want to read. At the time, I was finishing Scarlet's Song, The Savage Song. But yeah, so I'm really excited to read this. I love Marissa Meyer, and I think if I'm not mistaken, I think there's a second one coming out, like a sequel to this coming out, but this one just came out, so I don't expect that for a while. I thought I saw something about it, but I could be tripping as well. But anyways, there we go. There's that, and last but not least, I believe this is last. I feel like I'm missing a book, but if so, we'll cover it another time. But last but not least is Artemis by Andy Weir. He is the author of The Martian. If you've read it, I have not. I do want to read it, especially after reading some of this book. Now, again, this book, this is the one that I've been actively trying to read. Of course, I got distracted by another book. See, this is a problem that I have. I have so much trouble sticking to one book. Like, I'll look at something else. Like, I'll be sitting here reading this, and the cover of this, by the way, feels amazing. It's like sort of grainy and stuff. I don't know, but I love it. But I'll sit here and I'll look at a book and I'll be sitting here like, oh, that looks so pretty. I wonder what it feels like to hold in my hands. Like, I don't know if anyone else does this, but when I look at a book, I fantasize about reading it and how it feels to be held in my hand and smelling the pages and stuff. This probably sounds really, really weird, but oh my gosh, I don't know if anybody else does that, but I mean, please, if you do, please let me know so I don't feel alone. But anyway, so Artemis is about a girl named Jazz Bashara. She lives on the moon in a colony called Artemis. She's poor, okay? She lives in a place where she can only lay down in the place. She can't even stand up in there. And she wants to have her own place. She wants to I almost said go to the moon. She wants to go purchase a place where she has her own bathroom, where she can stand up. She has her own sort of kitchenette-like thing. And she does small-time criminal stuff. Like, she'll smuggle some things for some clients and whatnot. She's a delivery girl and, whatever. She does that to make more money so that she can accomplish her goals. And this is about, she runs into a way to make some more money. But it's like a major crime and how that all plays out, basically. So that is the portion that I got up to. I haven't read past that because I got distracted by another book. the book that I'm reading on my Kindle now, actually, Angel Fall. I don't know who it's by, sorry, but it was only 99 cents, so I was like, oh, let's purchase this. And it was on my Goodreads list that I wanted to read, so I'm like, you know what? And I started reading it, and I'm almost done with it, so I'm really excited, so I can get back to this soon. Yay! Although, gosh, looking at the Renegades, I'm like, I just want to hold this in my hands. Oh, and then I want to see, it's ridiculous. The ones that I really, really, really want to read right now are Ready Player One, Artemis, Renegades, and Angel Fall. Although Angel Fall, there's another one, the second one called Penryn something. I don't know, World Without Penryn or something. And I'm like, oh no, I saw the title and I was like, oh no, is that spoilers? I don't even know. Anyway, sorry, that's neither here nor there. That is my book haul. Sorry, I was probably speaking too fast. So yeah, those are the books that I purchased in November. I do have a book review coming out soon, and I do want to talk about the Kindle actually, so that'll be another video. I don't know, I feel like just talking about books right now, so I kind of want to like just make a bunch of book videos. Sorry, I'm so close. Hi. No. Okay, but yeah, that's about it for now. I don't have anything else to say. I'm excited to read all of these books and finish the book that's on my Kindle, and I'm probably actually gonna finish that tonight. It's 2 a.m., but I'm not super tired, so I'm ready to read. I just got off work like not that long ago, so I'm a little keyed up still. Yeah, okay. Well, thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.